Welcome back, everybody. This is part 3 of my interview with Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hi there.
Maria is a Russian woman, of course. We are in Ekaterinburg and discussing everything to do with dating in Russia, dating Russian women, so on and so forth. So, Maria, you're 22. At this point in time, forgetting your current boyfriend, what's the youngest guy you think you could date?
25.
25 is the youngest.
Yeah, not younger.
Interesting. How old's your boyfriend now, can I ask?
24.
Interesting. How did he get around that? What happened there?
He's quite conscious.
No.
He is smarter than he should be at 24.
Mm-hmm.
Much
Okay.
smarter.
All right. And then what would be the oldest, like the top of the range, do you think?
35, I guess.
About 35?
35, yeah. Not older, I think. Well, I'm on 22 years.
Tell me, Maria, what if a man gets involved with a Russian woman, what does she offer? Like, what can she offer a man? Like, what benefit can she be?
Well, I guess the most healthy relationship is the relationship when you do not push much pressure to each other and just enjoy each other, enjoy the time with each other together. So, what a woman can offer, energy and love. Well, I guess.
Energy and love. So she's being, what kind of energy would that be?
A woman energy, I would say. So she's quite tender.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoys herself. She loves herself. Even she is in love with herself and shares this tenderness, shares her love with the closest man, with a partner. So many men are sure that the woman should be a housemaid for them, to cook for them, clean the pans, iron the pants, and some other stuff, like to be a real housemaid, not to be just a wife he enjoys the time together with. So, and what
So
can
tenderness, love.
and some love and good energy. When you do not put much pressure, but also you can share, of course you can and should share the problems with the closest to you, with the nearest and dearest people around you, but not to push too much pressure on people, like what have I meant?
I think that translates to not nagging. Is that
Not
right?
nagging?
Oh, you don't know this word?
No.
I think nagging is kind of complaining to a guy or
Nagging.
trying to constantly tell him to do things. This is a very common expression in the
nagging.
context of
Yeah.
relationships. Yeah.
I think it's toxic relationship when both are nagging.
Mm-hmm.
It's toxic. You need to be just about yourself and not to push too much pressure on your partner. Be your own personality, a separated one, but still be together.
Mm-hmm. And are there any benefits to maybe a Russian woman versus other women? This is a question with no notice. But if
What do you mean?
I don't know. I can't explain it anymore. We can cut that out because I just thought of that then, but it's a bit
Well,
unreasonable to get you to remember that.
I guess many girls and many women who are in my environment are quite conscious too. They work on their mentality, they work on their mindfulness, and I'm not sure that it's just a benefit of Russian women, but probably it is, because I see a lot of such stuff on Instagram, and I only see Russian women doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I can certainly say that from my experience, Belarusian women and Russian women do a lot of this. I'm not sure how deep it goes and how helpful it is, but there's certainly a deep attempt by women in this part of the world to develop themselves on some level. I'm not sure if it's to like fix their problems, blah, 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 or whether it's to help them get what they want, or you can look at self-development in different angles, but I can probably confirm that. Yeah.
Okay.
Maria, many of my guests today, you're my guests, are maybe interested or at least curious about the topic of foreign men dating Russian women. Now, have you ever seen this? Do you think that it could work? What are some of the good things, some of the bad things, possible positives, possible negatives?
Pros and cons. And other.
Yes, pros and cons.
Of course, for sure. I've seen a lot of couples like this when the woman is a Russian girl, is a Russian woman, when she's dating a foreign man. Well, I guess the pros are, the advantages are that you can know the different culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, men from different countries are really different. They have a different mentality. They grow in different culture. That's really interesting. But actually, sometimes it can become a real trouble, especially when you're dating a Scandinavian guy, because they actually seem to be greedy, and Russian women love generosity. Generosity, yeah, they love it.
It's interesting that like Scandinavian countries are very feminist, and then on most levels Slavic countries are also very feminist, but they missed out on a few of those parts of feminism, and now you kind of got this clash. That's interesting, that Scandinavian guys aren't used to spending money on women, because in places like Sweden you meet and you hook up with it an hour, like that's literally how it works, maybe 3 hours max, like
Really?
and then yeah and then you just bang a lot, and then maybe something happens later. That's kind of how it works. Sweden, Finland,
Okay, that's weird for me. I'm not into short relationship, like some hookups or something like this. No, not at all. One more disadvantage is about just language, because I personally do not understand how they understand each other when one of them doesn't know the language of another one.
That can be a problem.
Recently, I got a lot of messages from an Indian guy. I didn't respond. Well, and he stopped messaging me. He stopped texting. But a few years ago, I had a really scary experience when I got a call in the middle of the night, a video call in WhatsApp from, like, I don't know which number, from some foreign country. Of course, I didn't answer, but I got so frightened. I got so scared. And after that, this person kept texting me, texting again, and maybe he had been texting me for almost 1 month.
Oh wow.
And well, also one British guy has been texting me for 2 years probably. She has texted like 7 or 8 times, and he always has the same message. Well,
Busted.
I do not respond him. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he is waiting for something, but I don't even respond.
So, do you know this guy or not? You ever met him?
No.
You just somehow got your number and
No, even in VK,
started.
in Contacte, not in Instagram, not in WhatsApp. I don't know. Do you know it? Contacte, VK. It's just a social media of Russia.
Yeah.
The most
So,
common one.
so he must be just clicking on every girl, pasting, and then
Probably.
you just get the cycle
Yes.
as well. You know, it'd be funny if that dude's watching now. That'd be funny. That'd be good.
I guess he does. He is.
Probably not. Well, let me interrupt just for one moment. If you're enjoying the video, you're getting value from it, you think it's a great watch, please click like, and then I know that you want more of this type of content. And of course, if you're a regular viewer and you're not a subscriber, time to reach out and commit and hit subscribe. So my audience, I think, will mainly be foreign men, I would say. So mainly men in whatever, Australia, US, Western Europe, maybe even a lot of guys already living here. There's a lot of like Russians, Belarusians that watch as well. Is there anything else you'd want to share with them? The average German dude, the average English dude.
Okay, yeah, I know what to share. A lot of Russian girls dream about dating a German or a British man, or even an Australian man. The men from other countries, they dream about that. So you can come to Russia, you can meet a lot of beautiful and interesting girls. All of Russian women are brilliant in their own ways, but please be polite, don't be rude.
Please be polite. What does that mean? Because that was, I mean, this means something obviously the way you said
Be
it. What does it mean?
pure and tender with the girls. There is no need to offend or to insult, but I will explain. Some Russian women can get insulted by foreign men simply because you have another culture. Learn a little bit about the culture of Russian relationship beforehand and before you travel to Russia. So you can easily find an amazing woman for you. She will be great, but stay great as well.
So
And be polite.
can you give a couple of tips then while we're here? What maybe one or two tips that you could give to a foreign dude?
Yeah.
He might be headed over to Moscow or
First,
wherever.
don't push too much pressure on Russian women. That's really important. Take your time and do not break her private borders. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I guess, have some single dates before you try to hook up with a girl, or just have some romantic meetings.
Perfect. Thanks again. It's been a cool chat. And you have an Instagram at the moment.
Sure, I have an Instagram blog. You can spell it by Borkovam. Borkovam. Actually, that's my surname at the first letter of my name. It's quite easy, yeah.
That's really easy. And I'll put it down below as well in the description. If I forget in this one, it'll definitely be in the first part of this series. Thus for done, you're all. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, like it's kind of obvious, if you enjoyed it, like it. And then I know, oh, that's what people want. And I'll make more like this. And if you have somehow got to the end of this video and you have not pressed the red subscribe button, just go ahead and press it. It's really easy. All right, paka paka.